Good afternoon, everyone. I am Carla Sanders, Cosmic Crone, and it is time for the Divine Feminine Astrology reading for Cancer full moon. This full moon is happening on January 17th at 6:49 p.m. where I live in Maine, and that's full moon is happening coming for dinner. Uh, and that's appropriate for Cancer because Cancer likes to feed people. The moon will be in Cancer, which is its home sign. Moon is the ruler of Cancer, and Cancer stands for home, nurturing, feeding. One of the tropes of the astrology truisms about Cancer people is they always buy more food than they need. There's always spare toilet paper and dish soap, and they'll buy family size even if they live alone. And I actually live with a Cancer, and he kind of does that. We always have plenty in the house. And it's just because Cancers are ready for anything, and they're all about nourishing and caring for people and nesting. And they're about much more than that, but that's a big part of the personality. So this full moon is, this time of year, okay, every Cancer full moon happens at the time of the year that we call the wolf moon. And the wolf, we think about the wolf at the door. So this is the lean time of year for people who are living off the land. And so you might be thinking about, have we put up enough food? Have we set enough stores by to get us through the winter? The other medicine of wolf is a teacher. And I believe that Cancer is also a teacher. It recognizes that nurturing is multidimensional. The food, the shelter, the mind, wisdom and skills. So the wolf moon, the Cancer full moon, is touching all those parts of ourselves. Interestingly enough, it's happening opposite the Sun, conjunct Pluto during Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, which can add a dark, shadowy tone to what we think of as being quintessential expression of love and light, nurturing and feeding people. So that's what I'm really here to talk about, the deeper underlying rhythms and vibrations of this full moon at this time right now. So let's just dive into some of the details. 2751, 28th degree of Capricorn. That is the Sun, and the moon is opposite in Cancer at that position. Now, what else happened at 2729, I think, or 26? Anyway, what else happened at this degree of Capricorn not quite a month ago? Venus stationed retrograde at this point. So this full moon, the presence of the Sun in the window of the full moon from tomorrow evening for the following 24 hours, is reactivating, amplifying, setting up this holographic vibration around all of the Venus retrograde energy. So whatever you were feeling a month ago, right before solstice, when Venus turned retrograde, picking up that Pluto energy, picking up the dark goddess energy, it's going to be vibrating again. Those things a month later are those same issues, the same breakthroughs, the same triggers. It's showing up again. And this is good because you've had a month to practice. You are, if it was showing up for your awareness now, what if it's showing up at this full moon so that you can finally release? So that you can see it with utmost clarity. The sun is shining on it. And here, remember what an opposition is. The sun is across the sky, the moon is at its brightest, and here in this part of the world where I live, it's dark at 6:49. So we will see that full moon rising. In fact, if you live a place where you can get to a vantage point and watch the moon rise, perfect timing. I will be tuning into the pond now that you mention it. So such a beautiful moon this time of year. It's high and bright and big, and so you're standing between these two lights, between the sun and the moon, and so you are getting this hot, warm, nuclear-fueled light from the sun, which is like it's like your face shining, I am here. And then you're getting the reflected, silvery, emotionally charged light of the moon, along with a little scary werewolf energy in the middle. And you can see in multi-dimensions at a moment like this, incredibly magical. So with Pluto energy here, today and all day tomorrow, the sun is making a conjunction to Pluto. And what that felt like to me, I sent out a newsletter this morning because I woke up and I said, what's going on? I haven't been really following it because I've been very busy with some things. And I looked at the chart for today and it's like, holy crap. The sun is illuminating Pluto. Pluto is illuminating the sun with darkness, with the underworld. It's shadowy and yet powerful, necessary. And so I was reminded of something I read in a book recently about the underworld comes to us. And that's what it feels like with this Pluto-Sun conjunction. So we've been skating along on the descent in one degree of conscious awareness and intentional work, or another, completely avoiding, resisting, our fingers scratching the wall, like, I'm not going, I won't go, you can't make me. So wherever you find yourself, somewhere on that spectrum of being with this energy of transformation that we're in right now, the underworld is rising to meet you. And it's kind of interesting, playing fast and loose with the metaphor of Inanna's descent, which is actually a much bigger cycle, but just for the sake of grounding the energy of Venus retrograde, we are working with that metaphor of her mythic journey to the underworld. So as she's retrograde, Venus / Inanna, descending deeper, 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 heavens to Betsy. So we're a week away. We're a week away from, or a week past, the actual conjunction. So we're getting very close to the gates of Hades. The gates of hell are at our feet if we're going, as we're in the descent journey into the underworld. And so at this point, it may very much feel like the underworld is reaching up and saying, come on down, get in here, stop avoiding things. So if that's what you're feeling, I'm not surprised. And the question becomes, what are you going to do about it? Surrender or keep fighting? Because she's got you. Venus Inanna Ereshkigal, the dark goddess, they've got you. And there, well, you can come through this exactly the way that you went in, or you can come through it new and reborn. Your choice. Sort of. So this is the underlying energy of this full moon. And as human beings, modern world people, where we are actually living our daily lives and doing our daily tasks, marching through the pandemic with our virtual meetings and virtual schooling, and precautions and all the other things that are going on, you definitely need a bit more nurturing, a bit more making sure you're getting enough sleep, that you are getting nutrients and nutrition and staying warm and tending to your body and your soul and your spirit. Because this is a tough time. And that means, if you possibly can, finding some energy and space for play and pleasure. It just so happens that in this chart I'm looking at, which is set for my hometown in Maine, and yours might differ if you were making the chart for where you live, but I'm doing the reading, so I get to set the place. This is all happening in the 5th house. Actually, let's see. The sun and the moon are on the cusp of the next house. And I can't quite, I think they are still on the 5th house side of it. I'd have to look at some figures to see where the houses actually are, and I don't have that in front of me. I don't have that paper. So, but definitely Pluto is, and all the other planets, and Venus, and Mercury's not yet, but they're in the 5th house, which is the house of play and pleasure. So let part of your nurturing be play and pleasure. Lighten up your energy. We are on a dark journey. It's happening in our unconscious mind, in our dream state, in our inner 12th house. So in your embodied place, have some fun. Throw a snowball. Go ice skating. Or maybe you live in the other part of the world where it's beach weather. Enjoy yourself. So this is what's going on here. I will mention the other major aspect with the Sun and Pluto are in an exact conjunction to Algol, the demonized goddess. She is also known as the Lilith star. And Ceres is in the mix. Ceres has she been backing up? Looks like I can't tell, I've drawn over it. I don't think she's, she has been retrograding almost, she conjunct Algol, and now she's about to start moving forward again, heading forward through Gemini. So Ceres is here to remind us that this is all on behalf of the earth. The dark goddess is here transmuting and transforming us and shifting our realities, shifting our society, shifting our mindset, our values, whether we like it or not, and creating chaos and conflict, honestly, on behalf of Earth, because that's what it's going to take to heal the mess we've made on the earth, and to heal the part inside of us that has been divorced and isolated, and who has abused the earth. The perpetrators suffer too, and that, raise our hand, all of us, especially those of us in the Western world who are living the technological life. We're harming the earth by our very existence, by the choices we make. not by our existence. I don't want to be that harsh, but by the choices we consistently make. So, all of this that's happening, the earth is saying, I've had enough. And she merged with the dark goddess. She and the dark goddess are in cahoots. They are not separate. Gaia, Lilith, they are faces of the same divine entity. Lilith is all about fertility and bringing forth life from the raw materials of life. This is an erotic process, a sexual process, a fertile process, and it is all about sex, and it is bigger than sex. But we human beings and most life on earth uses sex to procreate, to create, to change, to manifest. Sex is a great metaphor for the process of creation. So we are in every way repeating the energy of Venus turning retrograde, with the sun at that degree having that same flow relationship in communication with the dark goddess. What else is going on? Well, where's Venus herself right now? Venus herself is at 1344, or will be on the full moon, 1344 Capricorn. And that happens to be, she is slowly backing up into a sextile, a communication with Nessus, who is the one who stands for healing ancestral traumas and wounds. So a lot of the underworld journey is all about bringing that stuff to the surface, becoming aware of it, feeling it, and letting it go. And not just letting it go, but doing the active work of healing, whatever that might look like for a particular situation. And it might not look like going back into the traumatic event. You might not even know what it is, because it's not necessarily yours. It's not necessarily a memory that you have in your conscious mind, but it is something that has come through the line, or possibly showed up as a past life energy. So Nessus is at this phase of the descent of the Venus retrograde. Nessus is getting in on it. He is applying his power and his energy of insisting that you will do your work because your ancestors demand it and your descendants demand it. That's what's going on right now. So yeah, you, whether you want it or not, you're feeling it intensely. All of the astrology is lining up. These planets are speaking. They are speaking truth. They are saying, do the work now, whatever it takes. You've got some helpers. Venus herself is helping. The dark goddess is helping. The moon, the full moon, this is potent energy for doing that work in a way that is expansive and blessed. What else is helping? Mars is helping. Mars is conjunct the galactic center over in Sagittarius, and he's playing a role in the near future. of this Venus retrograde. It's not happening yet, but he's kind of putting himself into position and gathering energy there, lined up with the center of our galaxy, and picking up that kind of, I see him as taking his orders from the goddess here at this point, and applying his masculine energy, his focus, his clarity, his being able to put on the blinders to everything but the task at hand or the issue at hand, and building up the fire of courage to face what needs to be faced. And yeah, he's got a sword and a shield and armaments, and he is the god of war. So is he doing battle, or is he protecting the container and the cauldron for whatever needs to happen? It depends on what the goddess told him to do. She gave him his orders, so what's it going to be? But either way, he is a potent energy. That means it can happen. If you allow that energy to move through you, it can happen fairly quickly. This is a point of decision and saying, done, done. Whatever it is, I'm not going to carry it anymore. Or if you're in a place of, I don't know what it is, I am now going to find out. I choose to know what I need to know. And I'm looking to see what else is he connecting with. Well, it's kind of interesting. He's gathering energy from the moon, from Ceres, from Algol in a position called a yod. They are both streaming energy, kind of discordant, clashing, demanding energy towards him and towards the galactic center, saying, help us. Something needs to happen. Break. Oh my gosh, I just looked up out of my window and the moon is there. She's very big. Haven't seen her in several days because it's been cloudy here, just night after night. Hello, moon. I love that. That's the nice place about being right here in the office. So there she is. And actually, if I were looking at the chart of the moment, let me see if I can see that. I'm going to look at the chart of right this minute and see if by chance the moon is opposite. The moon is at 0 Capricorn. So just past opposite Mars at 23 Sagittarius. Okay. That was fun. Okay. So along about noon today, they were opposite each other. All right, I digress. Let me come back. Here I am. Okay. Oh, the moon. Don't you love the moon? So let's see if there's any other aspect here. Lilith asteroid and Hecate are in a conjunction with each other. And they are well, Mercury turning retrograde. I think he is in this scenario, picking up on Nessus, vibrating with Venus. Mercury has the capacity to go into the underworld with you. Hecate, whom I just mentioned, conducts people back and forth to the underworld. People and gods, whoever needs to go. And Mercury is the messenger. So he is going back over some old territory. He's going to meet up with the sun. He's going to go back across Pluto, back across a lot of the territory that Venus, he's going to be moving through that Venus territory she's already passed. And um, I think he's a helper. He can help you understand and see and feel and know what you need to know. So that is the major energy of this full moon. And on full moons, I know a lot of the United States is experiencing really severe weather, blizzards and ice. I mean, for me, I think it got up to 2 degrees today with something like a 30-degree wind chill factor. I haven't been outside in days. I may go out now, maybe. Um, so all I can say is take it easy out there. Be safe. I know there are people for whom this is very painful weather. You're not necessarily living in a warm place, or you're likely to lose power without backup, and um, everything from disruption of travel and disruption of plans to actual out and out physical hardship. So I offer up from this place where I'm sitting here in the north, I offer up prayers for everyone's safety and well-being and good health with what's going on, and to use this energy for your highest good. That's why I'm here sharing this message with you, and I ask that you'll be able to receive it. I'm going to scoot down and see if there are comments. Facebook has changed the way it does things. I don't even see comments here now. Um, yeah, well, I don't know if you made any comments. Facebook has not done us any favors with their new way of doing things. All right, I am signing off now. I will say, if you're on my mailing list, you already got wind of this, but I am offering a 48-hour sale on Divine Feminine Astrology readings. So a 20% savings. And it is a special link. You won't get that if you go to the regular web page. So I would say just send me a message if you're interested. DM me or put something in the comments, and I will get you the link, the special link. And I look forward to seeing you again. Enjoy this full moon. Blessings.